everyone, welcome to the third match in the quarterfinals of the Wargame European Escalation World Cup. So, this time we've got on Juliet a NATO player Bentguru versus a PACT player on Alpha FIFA 55. So, in terms of deployment, we've got the usual rush composition to attack Gulf and Delta. So we've got the mass VSL-1 MK20, at least I think all of them have been spawned. We've got Mortar VTS-1s, a few Jeep tows, and one heavy tank. Yeah, that's a nice heavy tank, isn't it? One Leopard 2A4. I think they should get rid of this damn smoke on the roads. I mean, have you ever seen smoke like this on roads? Or unless you're in like Dubai or after a sandstorm, but... So, yeah, Vizels, a few Vabs in front, and M113 behind with probably a Stinger or, yeah, to defend the commanders. And both commanders have been sent towards India and Gulf. One MLRS, one Chaparral as anti-air, so we'll see how this will go. On the other side, we've got one composition on the left, one composition on the right. It's pretty much the same thing. 4 rifle infantry, one anti-air, one ME9 here. Same here, rifle and anti-air. We've got one BRDM on Bravo, one has been left on Alpha, and the offensive here is led by Scott 1s. All these arrows you can dream of, 2, 4, 6, 8. And behind, one Dana supporting Topaz 2A, and the tanks behind 2 T-80s, T-62M1, which is a sniping unit with the AGM, and 2 flamethrowers with the TO-55s. So, first charge over here. Oh, and the commander here is going for Hotel. I was thinking he was going directly for Gulf, but the Hotel is pretty nice. If he manages to capture it, we will have a different game than usual. So, first encounter here in the middle of the map. We've got the Chasseur fighting against, well, the Scott 1s that are just passing by. So, a battle between Chasseur and Selkares, two really bad units if they are unranked against other infantry. And Chasseurs are getting shot at by the Dana, so it's pretty much the end for them. Dana and T-80 who are shooting just in the middle of the map. Sorry. So the Vabs are just moving right in the city. A bit of the 4 of them are on the right, and the Mortar VTS-1s and Vizels, who have stopped a bit, I don't really know why, are just charging through the city, maybe hoping to do some damage and kill everything with their autocannons. So on the left side, Bentguru detected the infantry attack, so he prudently pulled back with his CPC back to, I don't know, we'll see Juliet, India, Foxtrot, and infantry over there, but they have stopped for now. FIFA has stopped them or forgotten them, don't really know. I probably think both players are concentrating on the middle map right now. Vizels, well, for now I think FIFA has the upper hand. Yeah, in terms of points, of course, but in terms of composition, the Vizels and Mortar VTS-1s haven't charged in, so they are a bit far away for their autocannons to be really efficient. And over there, the Zalos and, of course, T-62M1 and two T-80s are able to snipe them from a distance without really fearing any danger from these units. Vizels, Mortar VTS-1, shooting all they can at the enemy, but for now it's a big advantage for FIFA, who is sniping every single light vehicle with his Zalos, T-80s and T-62M1, which is right now out of ammo for his ATGMs. So infantry units that were arriving through Hotel just charged in over here in the city and will probably attack India. The commander has pulled back. We haven't got a lot of defensive units over here, only a few M113s or M113 defending the commander, and only anti-air infantry, so not really that efficient. And first shot of the MLRS shooting at the enemy. MLRS aren't that good alone, they are dealing quite a lot of HP damage, but all in all, it's, well, no real destruction, only some HPs left, killed, sorry, and the vehicles and the tanks are pulling back over there. Bentguru came back in this game a little. He's got only 30 points behind his opponent, and he is starting to kill the charge over here. Both commanders are pulling back, and the lads Stingers, so it's Stingers, yeah, defending all they can as they can against this charge. Hopefully the Vizels and the Mortar VTS-1s have been pulled back to stop this offensive, and the BTRs and Motoselchi will be totally slaughtered by the autocannons and the shells, the AP3 shells and AP5 of course of the VTS ones. Back in the middle of the map, well, it's pretty much balanced. FIFA has a bit more units, he's sending in more tanks over here. Well, Bentguru can't really do that. He sent in a commander on Foxtrot, commander hiding in the tree line, but the infantry squads are coming in. This commander will also be under a great deal of pressure from these infantry squads. If Bentguru doesn't see them, he might have some trouble. He'll be able to recap India quite shortly. So it's going to be pretty balanced, 5 income against 5, but Bentguru is the guy in a bad position here. He's come back in terms of points, but he is under pressure from everywhere. If he does well, just one bad move, he will lose quite a lot of deal of points. The commander here is being shot at, but no HP is lost for now. And well, Bentguru is holding quite well. Only problem, he had to pull back a lot of his army, so FIFA is taking the advantage in the middle. He is sending back his Zalos to deal some damage on the Chasseur over here, on the vehicles and Mordo as soon as he'll be able to see them, and he is moving forward trying to snipe every single unit. You can see 30-point advantage, and the BTR sent in is going to get killed, and the other ones are pulling back in the forest. So Bentguru has managed to push back the offensive on the right and the left side. Problem is, well, there are still some menaces over here and there, and well, they'll be able to do some damage on the long run if Bentguru isn't vigilant enough. So back in the middle, VSLs are charging through the middle, or not, just going on the right side over here, and one more Dana has been recruited by FIFA, and is, well, both Danas are shelling as much as they can on the enemy positions, and the Marders here are just getting destroyed by the overwhelming amount of Zalos, TO5, T80s, T62, M1. Oh god, I have some trouble saying that name. And well, FIFA is once more increasing the gap between him and his opponent. 40 points. Well, that's not really a gap, it's more like a small hole. And let's speed things up a bit. So we've got Bentguru, 1 Jeep Tau, 1 Leopard 284, or Leopard, yeah, if you want. I'm just saying it the German way. So for now, Bentguru is pretty much pushed back into this forest, and in my opinion, his real unit that will be able to make him a hold is the Leopard 284, because the VTS1s against the T80s or against the T62M1 over here won't last really long. The Jeep 2 has been pulled back here. What has he lost? Oh, one more Vizel. The Leopard is the only big tank Bentguru has at this point, and I think it's the only unit that will really be able to push back the T80s and the Zalos and everything else. If Bentguru manages well his heavy tank, he'll be able to hold in the middle and be in the game. He is 20 points ahead of his opponent, but well, his position isn't that good. He's got only a little forest here, sending some units on the right side, but most of them are pretty badly damaged. Others are out of fuel. Vizels have very little fuel in reserve, and FIFA, feeling the time is right, he is sending his commander into Delta to increase his point advantage. He now has 6 income points versus 5, and the Mordor VTS1s here, shelled by the Smirch that has been called in, are losing quite a lot of units. Only 2 of them left. Leopard 2A4 is getting out and taking some ATGM shots. It looks like the T62M1 has been shot. MLRS shooting, taking out some units. Charge here with the light vehicles, but they are all stopped by the Zalos, T80s, and all the rest. Leopard 2A4 moving forward. It's a bit risky here, taking some shots by the T80. T80s that miss him, but yeah, the Leopard 2A4 is still in a bad position. He is all alone trying to hold this sector. Oh, yeah, he's got 2 Marders behind him, but they won't be able to deal much damage. They are routing and in a bad shape. Oh, 1 shot by the T80s over here, or an ATGM, you can really see. And the Leopard 2A4 is in a bad shape. No more ammo. in both his weapons and only 1 HP left. He has to pull back, but he has lost his track and transaxle is broken. He can't move anymore. He's got 15 seconds pinned in this position, and he is now routing but can't move. That's pretty hilarious. Well, not Bentguru. He, I think, is well, stressed out. He needs to preserve his heavy tank to hold the sector. The PACT player is moving forward, taking out the infantry squads he can detect. The TATs are out of fuel and ammo. He needs to send in more supply to support his units. It's going to be pretty tough. FIFA has been able to distance his opponent. 200-point advantage here in front of his opponent, and he is for now taking the control in this game. And it looks like Bentguru is having more and more trouble catching up with his opponent. Then as shelling once more in the forest here, the Fusiliers and the Spartans are getting slaughtered. Leopard is just out of the firing area and will be repaired, well, at least a bit, by the HMTT just arrived. But as I said, yeah, Bentguru is in a bad shape here. Economically wise, he is just behind FIFA, not that much, so it's not a real problem. But in terms of units, he's got 300 points of units less than his opponent, and well, his Leopard is in a bad shape. His Patterns are, well, trying to hold this little line over here. Nice positioning. But unfortunately, if the TATs move forward, the Patterns won't be any match against those heavy tanks. The Leopard 2A4 is still here, but only 3 HPs left. It's pretty hard. Deep toes are sent in to hold the line. Will it be enough? I don't really know. It's going to be pretty tough. India and Foxtrot still control, but a few units are still present here and will be able to put some pressure if necessary, just like the Topaz 2A are doing here, moving in forward to kill, well, to put some pressure on the sector. MLRS shooting, Leopard is a target, doesn't lose any HPs for now. And for now it's still a big battle in the middle of the map. BRDM2U still holding Delta. AMX-AUF1 called by Bentguru has shelled a bit the forest here, but with no real impact. So for now it's still FIFA leading, 200 points, 250 points, 40 points. But it's still pretty balanced. Bentguru still holds by a thin line his position in the middle of the map. Yeah, well, that's a problem with this map. I said it in the French version of the video, I'll say it here. You may have noticed I'm always zoomed on this little island here. Nothing is happening on Hotel or Echo. It's pretty... It's unfortunate. I mean, well, one commander has been sent in Hotel, well, was sent in Hotel at the beginning of the game, but it just pulled back as quickly as it went there. So we rarely see action on Hotel or Echo, and it's a shame. The map is quite big and everything is taking place in the middle. It's I think a bad map design, too much points in the middle, and yeah, that pretty much makes the game focus on the middle map. And well, it's not interesting, but it's less interesting as it could be with flank maneuvers and everything else. But in this map they aren't well, they can't be good enough, and you lose too much points in the middle if you just send points on the flank. So yeah, not as good a map design as it should be, in my opinion. So back in the battle, in the middle of the map, the Leopard 2A4 has moved into this forest. The forest is shelled by the Danas. Well, the Danas were trying to hit the Leopard 2A4. Still 6 HPs lost. More the VTS1s trying to hold. The TC2s are moving forward. It's pretty tough for Bentguru, moving back every second. He lost his Patterns over here. Well, one of them has been killed, the other is in a bad shape, but he has pulled back. He is losing ground every minute that passes. The Leopard 2A4 will have trouble stopping this offensive. If he shows up, he'll just get shot at by T-62s, T-80s, Zalos, the ATGM of the T-62M. So it's pretty much ground lost in the middle of the map. 500 points advantage for FIFA. I'm going to speed things up a bit here. The model VTS1s are routing. The Leopard 2A4 is still present, but he won't be able to hold the sector all alone. It is the best tank in the game right now. Well, in this game, not compared to all the existing units, but in 1v1 against the TAT 62M1, well, M, he is able to hold if well played, but well, he is just outnumbered, too much heavy tanks in front of him, and he has just pushed back. Another Leopard 2A4 has been sent in to hold the line. Will they be able to hold? We'll see. TATs are coming in. Once more the shelling by the Danas. No real damage here on the Leopard 2A4. A few HPs have been lost here and there, only 2, but it's really the morale that falls quickly and stops the tanks from being really efficient, from playing at their full potential. So Leopard 2A4 routing here. One of them has been lost over here. That's a pretty big loss. It's 800 points, well, a bit more than 700 points advantage for FIFA. It's pretty much GG at this point. 11 minutes to go, well, 12 minutes to go, and 700 points to cap to catch up is pretty much the end of the game here. 6 economic points against 5. I'm going to speed things up a bit more here. It's just a bit of shelling. Infantry squad sent in over here to put some more pressure on India. And Bentguru has nearly no more units to hold the lines. He's got a couple of chasseur squads here, and that's pretty much it to defend India, apart from a few Fusiliers here. And the Foxtrot, he's got ATGM Jeeps and Leopard 2A4, and that's pretty much it. He's got nothing else to defend his commander, just sending in a couple of helicopters, and the commander here is all but screwed. Speaking of helicopters, we've got Cobras coming in over here, and Bentguru is going to do what most players do when in this situation. They are going to spend all their remaining points in one type of unit, like grounded TGMs, helicopters, artillery, and try to deal as much damage as they can. Artillery isn't really a good choice at this point because there's only 6 minutes left, and in 6 minutes you don't deal a lot of damage with artillery unless you've got nice recon in the enemy area. But so in this position you'd usually send in one big tank army, one big autocannon army, one big helicopter army, and Bentguru has decided to go with the Cobras and an Apache also. That's a lot of points. He's been saving a lot in this game. Maybe that's why he lost, I don't really know, but he spent a lot of points in Cobras and Apaches. He's sending them in FIVA's direction. And will FIVA be able to hold? I don't know, but he's got a lot of Pragas. He's got the Kolos sent in the forest. He will be able to take out some Cobras with the MMGs. For now, a few helicopters have fallen. The Pragas are here. Cobras are falling one by one. Still 800 point advantage for FIFA. This attack hasn't given a lot of points to Bentguru. He is killing units, but he's also losing a lot of them. Every Apache, every Cobra loss is 40 points, and the Apache is 165. So it's pretty... Oh, more of VTS1 over here. The Strela shooting at the Apache. Apache has lost 5 HPs. Will the Strela be able to hit? And no, Strela did. But at this point in the game, it's pretty much the end. 3 Hogs sent in, and one more Strela here. The commanders have been pulled back from the middle sector. They are pulled back over here and here. So they aren't really nice targets to kill. The Apache is down. It's nearly 1,200 point advantage for FIFA. The helicopter attack by Bentguru has been stopped and has given a lot of points to FIFA, while Bentguru didn't take a lot of points. So yeah, didn't work out, but no real regrets here by Bentguru. I think he already had lost the game. He's sending in all his units. Leopard 2A4, but the Jeeps here, oh no, just, yeah, well, end of the game. The shot was a bit too long. So 40-minute game, 1,636 against 2,830. Bentguru just sacrificed his helicopters there at the end. He tried to take out the commanders, but the area was too well defended against air units, especially against the fragile helicopters the NATO players can field. So 2,700 points versus 2,500 points in terms of command points. Not a real difference here. As I said earlier, well, it was 6 income points versus 5, only 1 difference. It doesn't give that much more points, but well, all in all, 200 points is still, well, 1 heavy tanks and 2 TATs, 2 artillery pieces. It can make the difference, but it's not that much of a difference. Well, of course, in terms of kill, that's where FIFA really managed to win the game, and his nice control of the middle map. It took him some time. Bentguru made a very good resistance, especially with his Leopards and more of the TS1s, but unfortunately on the long run he just couldn't hold and was pulled back. Every minute he was losing a bit of ground until he was totally pushed back away from the island and gave the strategic position to FIFA 35. So pretty nice game. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and see you next time for the last match of the quarterfinals. See you next time.